Hello, what is up, my sweet, vibrant souls? Welcome to today's reading. So welcome back to my old friends, and hello and welcome to all my new friends joining us here for the first time. So today's reading is really going to be pretty straightforward. It's going to be pretty quick, simple, to the point, all that good garbage, all that yas, if you will. And it's just going to be really, what do you need right now? And you know, this could be in the form of self-care, messages you need to hear. This is just stuff coming through from your spiritual team who loves the hell out of you. Just kind of let you know what you need, right? And so this might serve as confirmation. This could serve as inspiration, validation, all the Asians, and then some. So take as much time as you need, meditate and contemplate on the stacks in front of you. See which one you're most drawn into. We have group 1 right here with the, I believe, Labradorite. I'm still learning crystals, so correct me in the comments if I'm wrong for sure. Can you see her? Look at her. We have group 2 with this lovely Adventurine. And then we have group 3 with the Sodalite. It's so delightful. Don't laugh at that. Don't encourage me. So like I said, take as long as you need. Pause the video if need be. Figure out which stack you feel most drawn to at this time. And when you're ready, head down to the description box below where there are timestamps that will take you to your selected option. And with that, I'm going to start with group 1. Okie dokie. Hello, group 1. Okay, so if you were drawn into what I believe is the Labradorite, I feel like right now you're looking for answers, and I kind of get the sense that something has been put on pause, right? So maybe you've been like really worrying about something, you're trying to figure out which way to go. This kind of feels to me like this need to get really centered and grounded, and not even to hear your intuition, but like things are working themselves out. And I know nobody likes to hear the divine timing phrase. Nobody likes that. But this feels like this is something where calm is needed. And the answers are going to come at the exact moment, not a moment earlier, not a moment later. So as annoying as it can be to have to wait for that, your team is really encouraging you to kind of make peace with that process. So let's see what you get. You have empathy. I am open to seeing both sides of a situation. Can you guys see that, since I'm famous for holding it out of frame? Okay, so you might be fighting with somebody, or you might be waiting on communication. We'll see what else comes through. Sorry, I'm trying to fix the cloth without getting anal retentive about it, but here we are. You have, cleanse. Your mind, body, and soul are urging you to take some time out for some much needed cleansing. Just as you wash your car, clean the house, or tidy your office, your body also needs care and attention. Sorry, I'm laughing because I'm like, I need to wash my car. I need to clean my house. Oh God, I gotta tidy my office. It's time for some spiritual, emotional, and physical cleansing. Okay. You have sync with the moon. Oh, you guys, I feel like I can see where this is going. This is card 51, so that reduces to a 6. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to move these over here. There we go. Okay. You have Wisteria, longevity, plan for and take the dedicated path. All right. And for your tarot, you have the King of Wands reversed. Wow, the 9 of Cups reversed, you guys. What's happening? And the 2 of Pentacles reversed. Okay, so let me just kind of get into this here. All right, so the first thing I'm really drawn into is the cauldron right here, right? And we have longevity with Wisteria, and we also have sync with the moon. This is something where this is taking a lot longer than you would hope. See, I talk about this all the time if you've ever gotten a personal reading with me, which thank you if you have. But you know, when we talk about the court cards, we have, excuse me, the Knight of Wands. And the Knight of Wands is, you know, enthusiastic, inspired, passionate, you know, excited and excitable and inspiring, right? Charismatic. But what he lacks is longevity, right? And He is known for kind of being a flash in the pan. So if you want like a hype man, you know, you want that friend that you go traveling with, he is like the, you know, the friend you invite on a road trip. You're going to have a great time. But he's not the most consistent person. And by the time he gets to be the King of Wands, by the time he's evolved to being the king, he's really learned how to temper his energy and how to work with himself, with his energy, instead of fighting against it. And especially fighting against timing, right? And by the time he gets to the point of the king, this is why he's an excellent manifester. But this is reversed. So the King of Wands, you know, first of all, this is a masculine fire energy. So you could be dealing with an Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, or that could be you. But I feel as if there is a situation here where you really, really want something to turn out in a specific way, with the Nine of Cups showing up. And I feel like it's just not happening. And I feel like you go back and forth with the Two of Pentacles about, you know, whether or not to keep investing in this, especially whether or not to, this kind of feels like, well, you know, either it happens now or I'm going to cut and run is kind of the energy here. And what your team is trying to tell you is that there's more going on. There's more at play. What I'm getting with, because I'm really drawn in on this card to the mirrored energy of the moon phases, and with I'm open to seeing both sides of a situation, for some reason that to me says everything has an equal and opposite reaction in this situation. It's not so cut and dry as yes or no. There are other factors at play, and I know nobody likes to hear that, but what I feel like is happening is that you are manifesting, but this is not a direct route. This is something where, you know, we have planned for and take the dedicated path. You're being encouraged to be more in this Knight of Pentacles energy, and kind of in this place of surrender. And I think a lot of people, myself included, can kind of conceptualize surrender as fine. I'm letting this thing, this person, this, you know, situation, this job, I'm letting this go, right? I'm saying goodbye to it. But surrender really just means that you're neither holding on to it nor are you pushing it away. And I think that's why surrender can be so difficult, because it's hard to stay open in our heart space. And you can see she's got her hand over her heart and the water's cleansing over the heart space. So it can be hard to stay open in our heart space while also not being attached either to the you know, the person, the situation, or to it turning out in a particular way. So what your team is trying to let you know is there's more going on here than meets the eye. If this involves a person, I feel like with the King of Wands reversed, this person came in really passionately. This person seemed like they were kind of a wish come true, or that's how they viewed you. And I feel like this person has lost their spark and their inspiration, both in this connection and in general. I think that this kind of feels like a situation where you might not have all the information. So it might just look like they're not into you or like they're rejecting you, but there's more at stake here than, they're not at stake. There's more than meets the eye in this situation. And with empathy here, your team is really trying to encourage you to have empathy for yourself and for this person, right? To have empathy for everybody involved, because it is complex, because this situation is going to go through many phases and it requires patience, which is very difficult at times. And you're being asked to walk a very difficult middle path where you are neither making a final decision, a final judgment call in this situation, nor are you letting the external circumstances of this situation throw you off balance, or impact your sense of self. Because I feel like with cleanse here as well, this may have really been drawing on your energy. This might have been making you feel bad about yourself, feel really disempowered with the King of Wands reversed. Like I feel like it's been very hurtful. It's been very taxing. I'm kind of getting 10 of Wands energy, so it's just very burdensome. And it's kind of like, I feel like this is building the resentment within you in this situation. Like, how could, you know, anybody else involved in this, how could they do this, you know, knowing that this is going to make me feel this type of way? Or like, you know, if this were like a creative project, it's like, I put in XYZ amount of work, how can they not do, you know, this in return? There are hidden expectations here, and I feel like that is at the root of your feelings of suffering in this situation. And as a result, that's why I feel many of you are kind of at this point of like, well, you know, pardon me, but like, fuck that, right? Like, if it doesn't go this way, I'm out. And, you know, obviously you have to make the decisions that are best for you. But I'm really getting this energy right now of trying to see where anybody else involved in the situation, trying to see where they're coming from. This also might be a time, or I don't even feel like this is now, because again, I'm really drawn into the cauldron, so something is brewing. But I feel like the time is close at hand where, especially after kind of like this mind, body, spirit cleanse energy, where you might get the opportunity to kind of explain the impact that this situation is having on you. Because, you know, this is a wish come true. And with the King of Wands, he's usually an excellent manifester. He's very creative. He's very spiritual, very passionate. And so this feels like something where you have a lot of passion for it, or you had a lot of passion for it. I'm also noticing there's a robe hanging off the tree here. So obviously that implies there's a person it is not on, and we have a naked person right here. I feel like there's a certain element where you were very vulnerable, because nakedness always implies vulnerability, where you were very open and very vulnerable, and the other people involved did not meet you at your level, right? So if this is a relationship, this person didn't open up that same way. If this is a creative project, you really put your ideas out there, and maybe you didn't get much of a response either way, or you didn't get a supportive response like you were hoping for. I'm really noticing the number 51 reducing to 6. The universe is trying to bring this back into balance for you, but it requires that you stay open to that process, right? And I'm not saying like, you know, allow people to treat you in a way you find toxic, but being open to finding peace, knowing that, you know, that everybody involved is doing their best, essentially. Because whatever this is, whether you know, move away from this situation, this person, this job or not, I do feel like there's something where it's not going to come full circle for a bit. Actually, I kind of want to pull you guys a couple more cards. I left my tarot deck on the desk right next to me. Let me grab it. Oh no. Okay. Also, I'm sorry if you guys can hear the wind. It's very, very windy where I am. That's just how it is today. So, what was the question I wanted to ask here? I kind of just want to pull a couple cards and see what else Spirit would like to add to this. I'm gonna pull, bam, yeah, the Hermit. Okay, that's good. The Hermit, the Ten of Pentacles. I love that. Love, love, love it. And at the bottom is the Queen of Wands reversed. So this may very well be a relationship, or like a creative collaborator partner, like a creative collaborative partnership. There we go. But yeah, with the Hermit, I feel like the feeling here is that the people involved, and there might be 3 people right here, because I'm noticing 1, 2, 3. The people involved may have, and I like we have the little candle right here and the little candle right here. It may have felt like they left you high and dry, like they just kind of like didn't respond. They put you in hermit mode, and I feel like that's this could involve a Virgo, by the way, as well, with the Hermit card. But this feels like they kind of put you in hermit mode. They just didn't really respond. They didn't really, you know, maybe they actively withdrew. They just didn't really acknowledge what you're bringing to the table. And I feel like this has this energy of being slighted. But we have the 10 of Pentacles coming out. So this lets me know that there's a lot of really grounded success, right? And this kind of goes along with this wisteria energy and the longevity. You know, the 10 of Pentacles is generational good fortune and wealth. This is really building a solid foundation for yourself and your loved ones. And that shit does not happen overnight. So whatever this situation is, again, barring like toxic behavior, you're really being encouraged to get grounded and centered and cleanse your energy and try to find some compassion for everybody involved in the situation, including yourself. Because there's a lot more than meets the eye, and there's a divine timing aspect here that your team's trying to line you up to get you on the path of the best possible outcome. So I do feel like, you know, in terms of what do you need right now, really spending some time kind of connecting with your inner cycles and doing this cleanse work is going to be really, really beneficial for you. We have a full moon, actually full moon in Virgo, coming up. At the time I'm filming this, this is a timeless reading, but at the time I'm filming this, it's coming up in like a week or so. So doing some full moon manifestation, some release work might be particularly beneficial for you at this time. So I think that is just about everything I'm seeing for group 1. I hope this was helpful. I'm wishing you guys the best, brightest, most beautiful things that life has to offer. If you are looking for a personal reading, please feel free to check out my shop link in the description box below. And other than that, I will see you next time, love bugs. Take care, okay? Bye. Hi, group 2. Okay, so you have the adventuring. I feel like there's something where, because I'm really drawn to, like, we have the, you know, actual crystally part, and we have this little bead up here, right? This kind of makes me think of like a crystal ball with like scrying. There's something where there's a lot of possibilities, and I feel like what you need right now is to like go big, right? Dream big is kind of the energy here. I feel like this is very playful. You may have been doing a lot of like heart chakra clearance work and like alignment, and this has been to prepare you for seeing a lot of new possibilities and seeing them with a lot of love, a lot of excitement. Like this is very like 5th house kind of energy. I don't know. I like it. So let's see what you have. You have, ooh, health. I will honor the physical vessel that enshrines my soul. I love that. How do I want to do this? Yeah, here we go. Flow like water. This is card 24 that reduces to a 6. I'm trying to fix the cloth. It's not happening. You have, oh, you are not alone. We are here for you. We never left. Through all the sadness and loneliness, however, you cannot sense us near you or feel how much love we are sending you. We are your family, friends, and guides. You never walk alone. We walk right beside you. Okay. Let's see. You have, I might be mispronouncing this, Heliconia, realization. The answer is here. Take heed. Okay. For your tarot, you have the 5 of Pentacles reversed. Do you see that? Yeah. Try not to light my cards on fire. You have, oh, there it is. Yeah, the 3 of Swords. Okay. And the 2 of Wands reversed. Okay. So right away, you might not be done with this emotional healing yet, but this is what I feel that you're being encouraged to either work on or continue to work on. Working with Amazonite, adventuring, ooh, and I said Amazonite, so maybe working with Amazonite would be good for you. But working with adventuring might be particularly helpful for you. I feel like you're being encouraged really heavily, especially if you are going through with this 3 of Swords, some heartbreak and heavy emotions. You're really being encouraged to try to take care of your physical body as much as you can, right? The mind-body-spirit connection is no joke, y'all. And doing that kind of work is quintessential to, like, having a good routine for your physical body is only ever going to be a helpful and beneficial tool for you emotionally and spiritually. And if you're interested in learning more about this, please feel free to DM me, as I am a holistic health coach. Sorry, this is very new still, so I love talking about it. It's really, really cool. But I feel like right now you're being very, very much encouraged, because I'm really drawn to the little clam here. So I feel like you've been kind of almost clammed up and on your own, or feeling very isolated. And right now you're being encouraged to not only nurture your emotions and your physical body, also too, to really nurture your physical body as a way of expressing your emotions, right? I talk about this a lot, but you know, it blew my mind to find out, not really that long ago, that, you know, your emotions are just a physiological response to, you know, the thoughts that you have and the subconscious programs that you store, right? And so this is why we can, you know, we can intellectualize our feelings and spend years doing that and not dealing with them. And so by being very present and grounded and tending to your body, you open up that channel to process those physiological responses and to process those old emotions. This is why, like, somatic healing can be so powerful for some folks. So you're really being encouraged to do a deep dive into your emotions at this time, and also be very conscientious of, you know, like where you store those emotions in your body, how those emotions feel for you. And I feel for a lot of you with the 5 of Pentacles reversed, this is trauma around feeling very abandoned. And this is why your team wants you to know that you are never alone. Because we do have on this card, we have the 2 chairs right here. And we have this sapling, and it's got the supports around it still, but it's only, you know, yay big. So this to me tells me there's a situation where it was you and at least one other person. And I feel as if you started building something together and then it fell apart. And this is where this heartbreak has come in with the 3 of Swords. Yeah, and I feel like with the 2 of Wands reversed, you are kind of at this turning point. You are at the precipice of a breakthrough, and you're really being encouraged, you know, with the answers here, take heed. Again, I do feel like this has to do with that mind, body, spirit connection and that healing. You are being encouraged very, very heavily to keep going in this work. And I do want to pull you guys some more cards, because I don't feel like that's the end of the story. So I want to get some more, because I'm nosy. Do I do it like this or like this? Not like that. Do it like this. Okay. So we have the Page of Swords. So this is air energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Okay. And the Empress. Wow. And the Wheel of Fortune's at the bottom. Okay. So Gemini, Libra, Aquarius represented with the Page of Swords, Libra and Taurus with the Empress. This also can involve a mother figure. But to me, what this is talking about is being very curious about how you nurture yourself, right? Because this is, the Empress can talk about, you know, like I said, that divine mother archetype. So that's not only how we mother other people, how we nurture others, but how we nurture ourselves. And I feel like right now is a time to approach this with a lot of curiosity, because the answer for healing this heartbreak is within you, as cheesy as that sounds. It is within you, and it's both, it feels like this is simpler than you would imagine, but more complex in its experience than you would imagine, if that makes sense. And so you're really being encouraged right now with these 2 to remain very, very open to this process. With this candle, you are very much being guided at this time, and your guides really want you to know that even if it feels like you might be alone sometimes, you aren't. You are always supported. You are on the path. And I feel like with the opening message, this is going to open up a lot of healing for you, so you can move forward into new possibilities. Because, you know, with the 2 of Wands in the traditional deck, there is a guy, and he's standing on a castle wall. And in his left hand, he has a wand. And he's looking out over the castle wall, and he's holding a globe in his right hand. And then to the right, there's a wand that's bolted to the wall. And so I always look at this, right? And I'm like, he's making his plans. He may have just finished a major cycle in his life with that, you know, reference to the world imagery. And funnily enough, on the side of the castle wall, we see lilies and roses, the same flowers present on the Magician card, right? So he's really thinking about, what do I want to manifest? What do I want to make? Where do I want to go? How do I want to do this? And to me, this always represents, you know, with the wand to the right that's like bolted into the wall. That's like the more established path, right? The more explored path. Maybe that's what, you know, the original plan was, what he's been doing, what he's been researching, you know, something that seems more secure, something that, you know, is more explored. But I think it stands to reason, if you were to kind of like press play in that moment in time, in that scene, and you were to tell the man on the wall, like, grab a wand, go, he probably would take the one that's in his left hand, right? Because it's already in his hand. So when I see the 2 of Wands, this is telling me that you are going through a portal. You are making decisions, you are making plans, but intuitively you already know, your soul already knows where to go and what it wants and what it's trying to manifest. And I feel that for many of you, if you chose this group, if you're facing the process of having to heal right now and a little bit of fear and trepidation around that, to know that you have already signaled in your soul to the universe that you value yourself enough to do this healing work. That's why the opportunity is being presented now. You are strong enough for this. You are ready for this. And everything you want is on the other side of healing this wound within you. And it may require a deep dive, but you're not diving alone. So yeah, in terms of what you need, just be very gentle with yourself. Be very loving to your emotional, physical, and spiritual body right now. You know, if you've been struggling with, you know, maybe unhealthy habits, you've been struggling with alcohol, you know, dependency or substance use, substance misuse, now might be a good time to address that. You know, maybe struggling with any type of unhealthy habits around eating, like, there's a myriad of things it could be. Now would be a good time to address that and look for support, as much as possible. And it's going to really open up a lot of insights about how you care for yourself. And I do feel like there's a lot of healing awaiting you in this process. So I think this is just about everything I have for group 2. I hope this has been helpful. If you're looking for help with a specific situation of your own, please feel free to check out the personal readings I offer. My shop link is in the description box below. I do also do custom readings, so if you wanted like a reading like this for yourself personally, I'm happy to do that as a custom order. But other than that, I am wishing you guys the best, brightest, and most beautiful things that life has to offer. Take care, good luck, stay safe, healthy, and of course, happy. Bye, guys. Hi, group 3. Okay, just getting tuned into your energy because it's very different than group 2. I feel like there's inspiration here. We have soda light, so you might be getting clarity on something. I'm almost getting to with like the bunch of different little like white and blue spots. I feel like this group, you have a lot of different ideas. You could see a lot of possibilities for something. And it's good. It's good stuff. I don't feel like it's overwhelming, but I feel like you're looking to kind of figure out your next steps, and what the next part of the path needs to be. So I feel like what is coming in for you soon is a little bit more understanding or clarity of thought in particular. So let's see what you get. You have, ooh, service. I feel good when I can help others. See that? Yeah. I love this card. Very Virgo. Excuse me. Oh my God, I'm sorry, guys. Actually, I'm going to do it this way. You have drink tea. I love that. Card 21, so that reduces to a 3. You have, and oh my God, my voice is like, just like tapping out. Ancestral wisdom. We are your ancestors and we love you. We walked the earth many years before you. We ask you at this poignant time to learn and grow from our past experiences. You are our legacy and we will keep on helping you as we continue to evolve here in the spirit world. I love that. Oh my God, I'm sorry, you guys. You know, it's really cute too. I like how we have little teapot, big teapot. So this is like the ancestral teapot. We are the teapots that walked the earth before you. I'm feeling silly now. We have Peruvian lily with strength. More effort will get you what you want. This is a super positive group. I like this. And for your tarot, we have, yeah, the 4 of Wands. Get it. And I like that this is elder as well, so that's perfect. Lots of ancestral wisdom and magic coming through here. We have the 9 of Wands reversed. Oh, this is already such a positive message. And The Three of Wands. Holy Wands, Batman. Okay, sorry, I'm getting a lot of messages here. Oop, almost blew out my little candle friend. Sorry, buddy. Okay. For a lot of you, you've been looking for the next step, and I feel this is in your spiritual path. For some of you, this is your life purpose that you're looking for, and it really revolves around service to others. And I do feel like this involves, excuse me, utilizing modalities that have been utilized by your ancestors. Because especially all the little frames are over their third eye area. So it's like the insights that they have that got passed on and passed on. I like that we have the little square shapes, and we have a square here because there's lots of different shapes in this deck, but we have this nice little square. My God, I'm really sorry, guys. Oof. I was totally fine until I started with this group. So maybe with the throat chakra irritation, you're having trouble like stumbling on your truth. You're having trouble expressing something. You're looking for the right words. But this tells me with the Four of Wands here, you're really looking to find your strength, your stability, your joy, and I feel this is in a very spiritual way. With the Three of Wands preceding it, you've been kind of waiting on this. And I feel for many of you, you've been putting out spiritual messages, whether this is intentional or not. Oh my God, I'm sorry. You've been communicating spiritually with your guides and your ancestors about what it is that you are looking for. I feel like this is very much this energy of like, okay, I'm ready. What is my life purpose? You're ready to go the distance. And now as a result of doing this work and as a result of getting into right alignment and opening yourself up to it, you're getting what you want, baby. Now might be a really good time to do more like rituals around connecting with your ancestors. This is the time to maintain your chill, maintain your zen, but to really maintain peace and balance, because I do feel like your ancestors are coming through to help give you this information. And with more effort will get you what you want. You're on the right track. You're on the right path. Keep going, but be prepared for the fact that, like, I'm really drawn into the wood stove. This is really going to stoke the fires here, because I'm also seeing they're showing me the card, the Eight of Wands, but from a different deck. And so instead of, the traditional Eight of Wands, all the wands are heading this way, but in this one deck, they're all heading toward like the center focal point. This feels like everything's about to like come at you at once. And this might seem like it's out of nowhere, but this is actually a culmination not only of your efforts in your life journey, but of your ancestral lineage. So this is a big fucking deal. If I'm being honest, this is BFD, baby. Like, for some of you, if you've been thinking about like learning to practice herbal medicine, or herbal magic, this is your calling. If you've been looking to be like a holistic healer, this is absolutely your calling. If you've been thinking about enrolling in like an educational program to do that, yep, you have the go ahead. But there's something where you've really been thinking about how you can serve the collective. And I feel like too, with the Nine of Wands reversed, you may have kind of been on different paths and it was like a struggle. And you may have been, especially also with the Three of Wands, kind of like really trying to figure this out and having to wait for a very, very long time. And what your guides really want you to know is that you don't have to try so hard anymore. You're in alignment now. Stay peaceful in that, stay chill, stay, in your zen about that, because you are on your way to like finding out what this is. For some of you, you already have an idea of what your calling is, and your ancestors like, yep. And this is only for people where you're like, yes, I feel like I really need to go this way. Yep. And for those of you who aren't really sure yet, this is about to kind of come into blossoming, into fruition. Because what I'm really drawn to here is how a lot of these flowers like share similar colors. It's like a gradient almost. This is something where it's coming into your awareness. It might not be fully formed yet, but just stay patient, because look how many little squares are all leading up to this, right? It's like everything's coming together. Everything's going to hit you all at once. And again, with that like fire image, it's just like this is just gonna like hit you like a freight train, but you're ready for this. You've been waiting, you've put in the effort, you've put in the work, and now it's time to come back to your spiritual home. It's time to come home to your soul family, to your ancestors, to your spirit guides in a way that I feel you have, you know, even if you're very spiritually grown and advanced, you've been, you know, on your journey for a while, this is a new level for you. With the 3 here, we have a lot of expansion. So long story short, you know, what do you really need right now? You're doing a great job. Just stay aligned, stay grounded, stay on the path that you're on, because the answers are either coming toward you, or they're either here now, you have the answers, or they're coming toward you very, very fast. So when you have that insight, you have that clarity, don't be afraid to take action. I'm also really noticing, it looks like we have 2 people right here in the outline. Somebody might be telling you something soon, or giving you a piece of advice, or pointing you toward a particular discipline or program. Heed any new and possibly synchronistic pieces of information along your path very soon, because these are specifically from your guides and ancestors to help point you in the right direction. You're about to have insane clarity about which way to go. So this was very short and sweet to the point, but I liked that. So if you know, I hope this was helpful. If you need help with your specific situation, please feel free to check out the link to my shop in the description box below. I have a bunch of different readings there, but I also do take custom orders, so feel free to request that if you don't see something that meets your needs. But until then, I'm wishing y'all the best, brightest, and most beautiful things that life has to offer. Take care, love bugs. Bye.